Good morning. Good morning, family. Good morning, family. Aloha. Aloha all. Good morning from the beautiful shores of the island of Oahu, where you guys know me to come from occasionally. Sometimes Chicago, sometimes here on the island. Amen. I'm going live this morning. I'm going to make it quick. Hopefully folks will join. If not, that you guys will review later. There's a quick word that I have that stem from my devotional this morning. It's a word, a general word for everyone, but then something specific for women. Something specific for women. So fellas, don't shy away once I say that. It's something in it for you too. Good morning. Good morning. So just getting started. Turn this around. Maybe turn it around. Hold on. So just getting started. Good morning. Good morning. Today my devotional came out of 1 Kings 21 and 22. And I heard a message. I'm trying to get myself together. Sorry, guys. A general message, and then again, like I said, something specific for women. So in First Kings 21, we find a bit of the story on Ahab and Jezebel. And what I heard this morning, pretty much in this chapter, in chapter 21, 1 Kings 21, this is where Ahab is going to Naboth. I believe Naboth. I'm not a theologian, so I might not pronounce it correctly, but he basically coming to this guy like, hey, I want your vineyard. Can I have your vineyard? You know, I'll buy it from you. Ahab is saying, I'll buy it from you, or just let me have it. And Naboth basically is like, no, dude, I can't give you that. This is the inheritance of my people. This vineyard is in the inheritance of my people. I can't just let you have that. So Ahab goes back. He lays on the bed. He all flustered and stuff because the man won't let him have his vineyard. And in comes Jezebel. And Jezebel is basically like, what's wrong with you? This is not how a king is supposed to act. You need to get up and do something. Ahab pretty much is like, Naboth won't let me have the vineyard, and I'm feeling a certain kind of way about it. So this woman takes it upon herself to then write letters to the priests and the leaders to say, basically, set Naboth up to be killed so then Ahab can have his vineyards. Crazy. Two things I took away from that. She actually wrote the letters in Ahab's name and stamped it with Ahab's seal as if the message was coming from him when she sent it to the priests and the leaders. First thing I heard was, be careful who you're getting information from. If the message that you're receiving does not align with the character of the person that you know, you want to double check that thing. Don't let some third party source come to you and say, well, Delilah said this, that, and another. And you know that doesn't sound like anything I would say. You want to come double check with me when you get a message that doesn't sound like it came from me. The same thing with God, right? So God says, you know, the voice of my father I will follow, but the voice of the stranger I will not. You have to know when you're hearing from God. So that's why you need a relationship with people so you can learn the character of the people. You need a relationship with God so you know the character of God. So when some third party fraud like Jezebel comes through and tells you something that's not on the up, you already know it because you have a relationship with the people. That was the first thing I heard. Check your resource. Know people, build relationship, check your resources. The second thing I heard was specific for women, especially wives and future wives. This woman went to this man and was basically like, this is not how a king's supposed to act. You need to get up and do something. And then she took matters into her own hands and she did something. That's not encouraging. When we step up and we're nagging our husbands, why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? And this not how this supposed to be done. Who are you to say how something is supposed to be done? If we're in a relationship and we're in a marriage with a man, we're not supposed to be treating him like Jezebel treated Ahab, talking down to him, discouraging him. We're supposed to grab this man and infuse him with love and encouragement. Maybe she should have rolled up on side. And again, for you guys who are just joining, we're in 1 Kings 21 talking about Jezebel and Ahab. Maybe it would have been better had she rolled up on the side of her man and said, babe, what's going on? How can I help? Instead of coming down, criticizing him, telling him what a king is and what a king isn't. She's not a king. So how can she say what a king's supposed to be? Then she went on, and not only did she nag this man and talk down to this man, she went on and took things into her own hands. She done got a whole plan together to kill this man so then her husband could take over the vineyard. Ladies, sometimes it's not for us to take action. Just because it's for that man to work through that problem and work through that issue and become the leader that God has called him to be and take action. We're not always supposed to jump in the middle and make a thing happen on behalf of our man. One thing it does is it shows I don't have trust in you to get it done. I don't trust you to get it done, so let me put my hands on it, right? Let me put my hands on it and figure this whole thing out, king, because evidently you can't do it. What kind of message is that to send to our leaders? We have to be really cautious, ladies. We have to be really cautious on when we act and when we don't act. And what we do in our actions.